from New Delhi. You're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Bus with me, Deepika, and coming up in the next half an hour. India's semi-final spot hangs by a thread as Pakistan takes on New Zealand in Women's T20 Cricket World Cup tonight. Australia becomes the first team to enter semi-final. French football team aims to extend their winning streak to 3 as they are all set to take on Belgium in UEFA Nations League tonight. And Sinner is the new winner of Shanghai Masters 2024, overcoming doping controversy. Sinner dashes Djokovic's hope of adding 100th title victory to his kitty. And now first, let's begin with all the latest action from the ongoing T20 Women's Cricket World Cup. Well, India's hopes of reaching a semi-final spot of the ongoing Women's T20 Cricket World Cup took a major hit on Sunday after the Harmanpreet Kaur-led side lost to Australia in their final group game. The defeat left India second in the points table, but New Zealand can overtake them with a victory over Pakistan on Monday. Australia entered the semi-finals unbeaten, winning all 4 of their group games. Chasing 152, an early collapse of 6 for 31 left Harmanpreet the last batter standing, and despite a second successive half-century, she could not take India over the line alone. India, however, can still make it to the semi-final if Pakistan win against New Zealand on Monday. Any margin of victory for New Zealand will eliminate India, but a Pakistan victory will decide the semi-finalists' basis the net run rate. The Pakistan versus New Zealand match will be played today evening at Dubai International Cricket Stadium. And England secured a comfortable 10-wicket victory against Scotland in Group B match of Women's T20 Cricket World Cup on Sunday in Sharjah. With 110 runs to win, England raced to the target in a dramatic fashion. Both the openers, Maya and Danny Wyatt, scored half-centuries to notch up 113 without any loss in just 10 overs. Maya led the attack, scoring unbeaten 62 off just 34 balls, which included 12 fours as well. The dominant victory means that England have the best net run rate in Group B, with one game against West Indies still to come. Earlier, Scotland finished with modest 109 for the loss of 6 wickets. Their campaign at the tournament has ended with 4 losses so far. Talking about men's cricket now, England captain Ben Stokes will return to the side for the second test against Pakistan after missing the last 4 matches due to a hamstring injury. Stokes picked up the injury in the month of August while playing in the 100, with Ollie Pope captaining the test team in his absence. Seamer's Matthew Potts has also been named in the playing 11 with Gus Atkinson and Chris Wokes rested for the match in Multan that begins on Tuesday. England, who beat Pakistan in the first test, will conclude the series with a third match in Rawalpindi from the 24th of October. Now, huge setback for Australia as all-rounder Cameron Green is set to miss the home test series against India. Green is expected to be sidelined for at least 6 months due to an injury on a stress fracture in his lumbar spine. The fast-bowling Green was diagnosed with a lower back injury, fanning speculation about his availability for the Indian tests. Cricket Australia confirmed that Cameron Green was considering a surgery by New Zealand specialists who have previously helped other fast bowlers overcome back stress fractures. The injury is a major blow to Australia's hopes of beating India in the 5-test series starting the 22nd of November in Perth, Australia. More from cricket now. New South Wales teenage batting talent Sam Constance has soared into selectors' calculations for the Test series against India. Constance has been included in the Australian A squad for the matches against India A. With the Test spot available due to Cameron Green's back injury, Constance was named in a 17-man squad for the 4-day matches against India A scheduled to take place in the month of November. Selector George Bailey confirmed Australia will pick a new opener for the India series, with Steve Smith set to drop down the order. Although Constance has played only 5 first-class matches, Bailey confirmed the exciting young talent is in the mix for Test selection along with experienced opener Cameron Bancroft and Marcus Harris. Staying on cricket, West Indies cruised to a commanding 5-wicket victory in the first T20 against Sri Lanka on Sunday. A breathtaking display of power hitting from Pranvan King and even Louise propelled Windies to chase down the target of 180 runs with 5 balls in hand. The duo of King and Louise amassed 74 runs within a 6-over power play, putting Sri Lanka on the defensive. King's 50 came off just 25 balls, while Louise followed shortly, needing only 27 deliveries for his half-century. With this victory, West Indies take a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series. And former Pakistan captain Babar Azam has been dropped for the second and third test against England following a defeat in the series opening encounter. Babar struggled in the first test against England, managing just 35 runs across both the innings. The newly formed selection committee has also rested pace duo of Shaheen Shah Afridi and Naseem Shah. Azam has not scored a 50 in his last 18 test innings. The out-of-form batsman will miss the upcoming 2-match series because of this now. The second test against England begins on Tuesday in Multan. And the men's selection committee on Monday announced the India A squad for the upcoming men's T20 Emerging Teams Asia Cup 2024, which is to be played from the 18th of October till the 27th of it in Muscat, Oman. The Indian team is placed in Group A with Oman, Pakistan and the UAE, while Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Hong Kong along with Sri Lanka have been placed in Group A. The men in blue will begin their campaign by facing Pakistan A on 19th of October at the Oman Cricket Academy ground in Muscat. India A squad will be captained by Tilak Verma, whereas Abhishek Sharma will be the vice-captain. Now, the Board of Control for Cricket in India, or the BCCI, announced the fixtures for Team India's upcoming 3-match one-day series against New Zealand. First match will be played on the 24th of October, while the second and last match will take place on the 27th and the 19th of October. All the matches of this series will be played at Narendra Modi Stadium in Gujarat, which is Ahmedabad, not Gujarat, and it is a part of the ICC Women's Championship points table as well. Moving on in sports pass, now let's get you all the latest from the world of badminton. Indian top-ranked shuttlers PV Sindhu and Lakshya Sen will hope to bounce back at Denmark Open Super 750, which begins on Tuesday. Both the players found the ongoing playing tough at the Arctic Open. Sindhu suffered a first-round exit while Sen bowed out in the second round. They will now hope for better results as they lead India's challenge in this prestigious tournament. Lakshya Sen faces China's Lu Guangzu in his opening encounter. On the other hand, PV Sindhu, who is a 2-time Olympic medalist, will open against Chinese Taipei's Pai Yu Po. In addition to PV Sindhu, India will have several other competitors in women's singles category. That includes Malvika Bansod, Akarshi Kashyap and promising talent Unnati Hooda as well. Talking about table tennis, India concluded its campaign at the Asian Table Tennis Championship in Astana with 3 medals on Sunday, including a historic bronze in women's doubles category. India bagged the bronze medal after Aika Mukherjee and Sutirtha Mukherjee lost to Japan's Miwa Harimoto and Miyuki Hara in the semi-final encounter. Earlier, the Indian women's team had secured a historic bronze in team event. In men's category, India secured another bronze medal, which is their third in the tournament, after the team of Achanta Sharath Kamal, Manav Thakkar and Harmeet Desai fell 0-3 to Chinese Taipei in the semi-finals. Moving on in sports pass, now let's get you all the latest action from the world of soccer. The Belgians are aiming for their first competitive victory over France after 43 years when they faced them in their Nations League Group A2 clash on Monday. The Belgians are 3 points adrift of group leaders Italy and 2 behind second-placed France at the midway point. For Belgium, a top 2 finish is essential to secure a spot in the quarterfinals of Nations League. France thrashed Israel by 4-1 in Budapest, while Belgium earned a 2-2 draw in Italy on Thursday. France are missing talisman Kylian Mbappe, who is facing criticism at home for not taking part in the games against Israel and Belgium while being fit to play for Real Madrid. France coach Didier Deschamps said on Sunday that his side were bracing for an especially intense encounter when they face Belgium. Take a listen.
On se rencontre toujours
We always meet at one point or other.
Besides, it's not in the pool matches, it's more in the decisive matches. So, based on the results that we have obtained, there's always a rivalry because we are boarding countries. I don't think there is an animosity since the players know each other. There are some who play in the same clubs too, but there's a rivalry that is rather healthy.
Voilà, une rivalité.
In another encounter, Netherlands will play against Germany in their Nations League meet-up on Monday. The last match between the two in Amsterdam in September finished with a 2-2 draw. Germany is currently leading Group A3 with 7 points after 2 victories and 1 draw, with Netherlands in second place with 5 points after 1 victory and 2 draws. Injury-ridden Germany, meanwhile, had to substitute several key players before the match, with Germany coach Julian Nagelsmann saying his side would test some things out but not change their entire playing style. Meanwhile, Netherlands coach Ronald Koeman said he was expecting a close match against Germany.
Nou, ik geloof niet dat wij.
I think both teams have chances in the selection or in the first 11 based on injuries, and we have a suspension on top of that. I think that makes no difference for the game, where maybe a slight advantage is often for the home team. But we have also seen in the match in Amsterdam that it is very close, and it will probably be the same again tomorrow.
And tomorrow is a new match, and we saw it in Amsterdam. We saw it, the intensity in the game. It was really high level on both sides, and the expectations are really high for tomorrow night.
But England got back to winning ways by beating Finland 3-1 in the Nations League. After the shock 2-1 home loss to Greece on Thursday, goals from Jack Grealish, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Declan Rice secured victory in Helsinki. It was a third victory from 4 games under temporary coach Lee Carsley, who may have strengthened his case to take on the role on a permanent basis. England is second in Group P2 and trails leader Greece on goal difference after having played a game more. Inter Miami star Lionel Messi and the rest of the Argentina trained ahead of their next World Cup qualifier against Bolivia, scheduled to take place on Wednesday. The reigning World Cup champions will face Bolivia midway through the qualification campaign. Bolivia will visit Argentina after clinching a 1-0 victory against Colombia, while Argentina comes into the match following a draw with Venezuela in their latest qualifier. Argentina currently leads the South American qualifier standings. Talking about women's soccer, former French captain Amandine Henry has announced retirement. Amandine last appeared for France at the Paris Olympics, where the 2024 Games hosts were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Brazil. Here's a report. Former France captain Amandine Henry announced her retirement from international soccer on Sunday. The 35-year-old defensive midfielder, who captained France at the 2019 Women's World Cup, earned 109 caps since making her debut in 2009 and scored 14 goals. She last played for France in July in Women's Nations League qualifiers. In an official statement, Henry said, "After many years of passion, challenges and unforgettable memories, it is time for me to turn the page. These years spent defending our country's colours have been some of the most rewarding of my life and have given me the chance to experience some extraordinary emotions. I had the huge honour of wearing the national jersey, the pride at defending our colours with passion, and the good fortune to share unforgettable moments with my teammates." Henry did not play for France for over 2 years after falling out with former coach Gurain. She was included in the 2023 World Cup squad after the coach was sacked but had to withdraw before the tournament due to a calf injury. Henry has won 7 Women's Champions League titles with Olympique Lyonnais. Sports Desk, DD India. Now, football governing body FIFA said they will start negotiations with the sports stakeholders on the transfer system after the European Union ruled out that some of its aspects were unlawful. FIFA's regulations on the status and transfer of the players say a player who terminates a contract before its term without just cause is liable to pay compensation to the club. And when the players joins a new club, they will be jointly liable for payment of compensation. While ruling on a high-profile case linked to former France player Lissandre Diarra, the Court of Justice of the European Union stated on the 4th of October that these dispositions were unlawful, and the judgment is expected to prompt FIFA to revamp its transfer regulations. Time to take a short break, but still to come on Sports Buzz. Top seed Aryna Sabalenka wins 3 back-to-back Wuhan Open titles. And all you need to know about India's Navy, which is most awaited 4-day extravaganza, which is set to take place at Indian Naval Academy from the 16th of October.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. You're watching Sports Buzz with me, Deepika. And now let's get you latest update from the world of tennis. World number 1 Jannik Sinner is the new winner of Shanghai Masters 2024. Sinner not only bagged his 7th trophy of the year to his cabinet, but also dashed the hopes of Djokovic, who was looking forward to add 100th title trophy to his kitty. Here's more. World number 1 Jannik Sinner added another trophy to his cabinet, winning the coveted Shanghai Masters title on Sunday. With this, he also dashed Novak Djokovic's bid to add a 100th singles title to his kitty. The Serbian had been hoping to become only the 3rd man to win 100 singles titles on the tour in the professional era, after Jimmy Connors and former rival Roger Federer, who were watching on from the stands alongside 4-time Grand Slam champion Carlos Alcaraz. World number 1 Jannik Sinner said he did his best to roll with the punches and prevent his ongoing doping controversy from affecting his performances after he beat Novak Djokovic by 7-6, 6-3.
You know, this year has been very, very tough for me because of other circumstances, and you know, I at points I lost a little bit of smile because I had some issues off the court, and they're still in my mind sometimes, and so it's never easy to play in this kind of circumstances where I am in.
In August, the International Tennis Integrity Agency said Sinner had failed 2 drug tests in March but had been cleared of wrongdoing by an independent tribunal. The tribunal accepted the Italian's explanation that the anabolic agent clostebol entered his system from a member of his support team through massages and sports therapy. Speaking on this victory, Sinner said he's not comfortable with the situation he's in.
People, they think that, you know, by winning or having success that you don't have any problems, but it's not true, you know, because I'm the situation where I am in obviously is not comfortable, and I wish I would not be in this position where I am right now off the court and playing freely more on the court and trying even to enjoy it a little bit more. But, you know, you have to accept it. You know, I feel like that I'm strong when I go on the court, trying to don't think about it and then trying to stay focused about everything I do, and I give 100% in every single, you know, match or practice, or, you know, when I wake up I try to be focused on every single thing I do. But then of course I have moments where I think about it, which is not comfortable and not the best part.
Sinner's victory over 24-time Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic has taken his trophy count for the year up to 7, including 2 Grand Slams, 3 ATP Master 1000 titles and victories in Rotterdam along with Hall. Sports Desk, DD India. And after his defeat, former world number 1 Novak Djokovic insisted that he now plans to compete and play next season, despite suffering another loss at the hands of world number 1 Jannik Sinner in the finals of Shanghai Masters.
It's not live or die type of goal for me. I think I achieved all of my biggest goals in career. Right now it's really about slams and about, you know, still seeing how far I can kind of push the bar for myself. And yeah, as long as I perform the way I performed actually this week, and I think I can go toe to toe with the big guys. Yeah, as long as that's the case, I guess I'll still feel the need to keep on competing and motivation to be out there. Let's see how long that's going to last for.
Djokovic will be next in action from the 16th till the 19th of October in 6 Kings Slam, a tennis exhibition in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, that will also feature Sinner, Rafael Nadal, Carlos Alcaraz, Daniel Medvedev and Holger Rune. On to women's tennis now. Top seed Aryna Sabalenka shook off a second set blip to win 3 back-to-back Wuhan Open titles. She beat Chinese 5th seed and home favourite Cheng Chin-Fen by 6-3, 5-7 and 6-3 in the finals that was played on Sunday. Sabalenka did not face a single break point in the opening set, but world number 2 Sabalenka lost some control in the second set against the Paris Olympics gold medalist. However, Sabalenka raced to win in the decider set. She is now the first player to win 3 successive Wuhan Open titles. Sabalenka is targeting to reclaim the top ranking in the final weeks of the season now. On to athletics now. Ruth Chebet of Kenya has demolished the women's marathon world record by almost 2 minutes on Sunday to win the Chicago Marathon in 2 hours and 9 minutes 56 seconds. She smashed the previous world record set by Ethiopia's Asifa in Berlin last year. Chebet became the first woman to win Chicago race thrice. She also won the race back in the year 2021 and 22. Chebet set a blistering pace from the start, running the first 5 kilometers in 15 minutes, and by the halfway mark, she had built a 14-second cushion. Ethiopian Chebet came second, while Kenyan Cheptai finished third. In basketball, former NBA stars Vince Carter, Josene Phillips and 13 others were inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame in a ceremony on Sunday. A 5-time All-Star and 3-time All-NBA selection, Phillips spotted career averages of 15.2 points, 2.9 rebounds and 5.4 assists. He is currently the coach of the Portland Trail Blazers. The 47-year-old Carter played for 8 teams across his 22 NBA seasons, averaging 16.7 points, 4.3 boards and 3.1 assists in 1,541 games. Bo Ryan, Charles Smith and Harley Redden joined the class of 2024 as the coaches, while Joe Collins, Herb Simon and Jerry West were selected as the contributors. Moving on, the Indian Navy's much-awaited 4-day extravaganza and the largest sailing regatta, the Indian Navy Sailing Championship, is all set to take place at Indian Naval Academy from the 16th till the 19th of October. The Maraka Watermanship Training Centre at INA is gearing up to host more than 100 participants of the Indian Navy who will test their sailing skills in 5 different classes of boats and 3 different formats of racing. INSC is an annual inter-command event conducted under the aegis of Indian Naval Sailing Association based at the Naval Headquarters to encourage participation of naval personnel in competitive sailing. The Indian Navy lays special emphasis on watermanship activities and also recognizes the sport of sailing as a means to develop seamanship skills and camaraderie in personnels. And that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Pass, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platform. Scan the QR code on your screen to download it now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Deepika, and from all of us here, thank you so much for watching Sports Pass. Namaskar.